America and the rest of the world. Xander J. Hobson here. And this here is another episode of The Devil's Advocate, brought to you by the Brilliant Artist Movement. The Devil's Advocate is a segment of Hell for Lover News. So, we out here in the old U-Haul truck because I do what it is I do to subsidize the old retirement. I am not a rich YouTuber who receives countless donations from Patreons. I have to still go out here and get it from the muscle. So, anyway, that's the mission that I'm on this morning as I give you my most recent concerns about a fella who goes around by the name of Kevin Samuels. Now, before we go any farther, please, I want you to subscribe. I want you to like or hate this video. I want you to share this video. And I want you to leave a comment, even if it's something as small as good job or shut your filthy black mouth up, you black bastard. Ric Flair, Muhammad Ali, and Floyd Mayweather made their bones from the people who came out to boo them. And I don't mind making my bones the same way. So as you all know, I've been trolling Kevin Samuels. And again, initially when I started out, I liked Kevin Samuels. But like with most people, the more they run their filthy mouths, you'll learn about them. And Kevin Samuels, the sleazeball that he is, he's been telling on himself. Now, the most recent comments I heard from Kevin Samuels that turned my stomach, I got them by way of one Grandmaster Troll. And while listening to Grandmaster Troll, I heard Kevin Samuels say the most appalling thing to a young lady, and that being,
it shows we don't need you. The only thing we need you for is reproduction. We want you for sex. But see, even then, a lot of times those guys had pages or squires. Those young boys were sexual companions to these men as well. Hey.
And then he went into his little narrative to support this filthy, pedophile-based comment that he made. So now, right, you have Kevin Samuels encouraging not only homosexuality, he's encouraging pedophilia. Yet still, he has all of these mindless idiots rallying around him like he's a cult leader. So that tells you a lot about the people who are so enamored with Kevin Samuels. If Kevin Samuels likes dick, that's Kevin Samuels' business. But when we get an individual talking about women are for babies and boys are for pleasure, only one conclusion can be made about that sick, perverted person who would say something like that. And what's even sicker is all of you morons who would rally around a person who thinks like that. I'm done with that part. And you guys can listen to your Kevin Samuels talking about the pleasures of boys and trying to justify it in his comments. Now, the next thing I have an issue with.
And if I believed in reincarnation, I believe I was either Chinese or Asian or Italian in another life.
And once again, it's nothing wrong with Kevin Samuels being a self-hating Negro. Okay? If you hate yourself, Kevin Samuels, fine. You're in good company. Clarence Thomas hates himself. Candace Owens, although I like her narrative, she hates herself. So you're in good company being a self-hating Negro, Kevin. Doesn't bother me that you hate yourself, sir. But again, you have a large body of people, and I don't see how any young African-American man or man of African descent could comfortably follow a person who's a self-hating Negro and he wishes to be reborn as an Italian or a Chinaman. Now I got some bad news for you, Kevin. The Italians, sir, have a lot of African blood in them. As a result of Hannibal Barca, the Carthaginian general, who stormed through Italy for about 14 years before he went back to Africa, sir. And then when the Carthaginians wasn't up there hanging out in Italy, sir, the Moors were in Italy and southern Spain and that whole Iberian Peninsula area, sir. So since you are a self-hating Negro, Kevin, you might rethink wanting to be an Italian, sir. Maybe you might want to be an Englishman, sir, or a Swede or Norwegian, sir. So maybe, you know, you might want to take that in mind. But with that said, I take issue with any African American. Sir, would you pull that window down and make sure we clear on that side? I take issue with an African American promoting a European agenda. And when I say European influence, what I'm specifically talking about, Kevin, is the tight clothes. The tight clothes, Kevin. I, for one, I don't understand how any man will want to walk around with tight clothes on. Tight clothes is the stuff of women, sir. What self-respecting man wants to squeeze into a pair of pants, sir? And we're not even talking about the top. Tight clothing, sir, that is the stuff of femininity. And I take issue with an African American preaching a self-hating doctrine to a bunch of influential idiots who rally behind you like you are a cult leader, sir. See, this is why I'm on your ass, Kevin, because you be saying a lot of dumb shit. And when you say this dumb shit, it is my duty to call you on this shit, Kevin, because I am your elder, sir, even if it's only by 2 or 3 years. Kevin, I have my coffee so I can refuel. So, another thing I have a problem with, Kevin, I have a problem with your 2018 commentary about black women being unattractive, sir.
And they're saying, you know, beauty is subjective. That's another fallacy. Beauty is not subjective. That's why we have the golden ratio, the Fibonacci equation. Right. You can look at facial symmetry and see that beautiful people, you can map their facial structure, and it goes to a mathematical calculation. Oh yeah. Beauty is universal. And the thing is, we're talking about black women, they are on the opposite end of the spectrum on all ranks. Facial symmetry, even to the way to black women are starting to look more masculine.
And I take issue with that, Kevin, because I, for one, I love black women, Kevin. I love them. And to hear a Negro get on the radio station with another self-hating Negro by the name of Obsidian Momia and pretty much degrade the women of the race that you have the misfortune of being a member of, sir, that is troubling to me, sir. Now, I said the misfortune, Kevin, because you have made it clear to me, sir, that you hate being black, Kevin. And to be totally honest with you, I have sympathy for your self-hatred, sir. I hear you often enough tell people that they need to take therapy or get therapy, sir. And my suggestion is you, Kevin, is go get you some therapy and go get your skin bleached, sir, so that you can do your best, sir, to get your head together and escape the very race, sir, which you, sir, have proven to me through your commentary that you despise. And finally, Kevin, sir, I'm about to wrap it up with you, sir. The next thing, sir, that I take issue with is your being a fraud. And again, Kevin, all you have to do is let a person talk long enough, and they'll show their true colors. Now, I was tuning into my young brother, Grandmaster Troll, and I saw where you had recruited the praises of a fella by the name of, I believe, Dennis Sperling. This man is a lawyer turned rapper, and he was supposed to have found love through your mixing room or whatever you got going on to match couples up. However, through the ingenuity of our Grandmaster Troll, we discovered that this whole thing with Dennis Sperling finding love via Kevin Samuels, we discovered that this whole thing may be fraudulent because Grandmaster Troll discovered not too long after Dennis Sperling made this claim of finding love through Kevin Samuels, they found this guy hanging out somewhere with strippers talking about, hey. So, Kevin, it's sickening to me, sir, that you would get up here and preach all of this negativity, sir. And then not only on top of you preaching this negativity, sir, pedophilia, self-hatred, the hatred of black women, that you would also end up being a fraud, sir. Now, Kevin, I've seen Negroes like you my entire life. They're called fake it till you make it ass niggas. And, sir, it appears to me that that's what you've been doing. I think I'm done with this.